Let me tell you something you already know but don't want to hear. You are wasting the most valuable resource you have, time, the most relentless, unforgiving, and brutally honest thing in your life. And the worst part, you're not even fighting back. You're letting it slip through your fingers like sand while you drown in excuses, distractions, and softness. You sit around, scrolling your phone, lying to yourself that you'll start tomorrow. Guess what? Tomorrow is a myth. It's a comfort phrase you use to avoid facing what's in front of you right now. You talk about goals. You dream about success. You fantasize about that rich life, the fit body, the freedom to do what you want when you want. But dreams without action are nightmares in disguise, all talk, no execution. And if I looked at your schedule, if I looked at how you spend your 24 hours, I'd see a circus of wasted potential. Watching videos, refreshing notifications, checking your inbox 10 times a day hoping opportunity will email you. It won't. You say you want to be successful, but you don't even respect your own time. You let people waste it. You let apps steal it. You let fear consume it. You treat time like you've got an endless supply. Newsflash, you don't. Every tick of the clock is another nail in the coffin of your dreams if you don't use it with purpose. Time is indifferent. It doesn't care about you. It doesn't care if you're rich or broke, fat or fit, grinding or sleeping. Time keeps moving. You either use it as a weapon or it becomes your enemy, and right now. For most of you, it's beating you mercilessly. Procrastination is not some harmless delay. It's the most subtle form of self-sabotage. It's you actively choosing weakness over power, distraction over discipline. You convince yourself you need to rest, to wait for inspiration, to research a little more. Stop lying. You're hiding. You're afraid. You're addicted to the comfort zone, the place where dreams go to die. You ever notice how when you finally do the thing you've been avoiding, it takes 10 minutes and you feel amazing afterward? That's because your brain knows you betrayed yourself by delaying it in the first place. You feel guilt when you avoid work because deep down, your conscience knows you're built for more. You don't need a new planner. You don't need another productivity app. You don't need 25 YouTube videos explaining how to be productive. What you need is urgency. You need to act like the clock is counting down. Because it is. You need to stop treating life like a game you can restart. You don't get a redo. You don't get a save point. This is it. Every day wasted is a day you never get back. You have to develop what I call temporal dominance, the ability to command every minute with intent. Every hour should serve a mission. Every action should move the needle. That doesn't mean you can never rest, but it means your rest is earned, not mindlessly indulged. You've been told to take it easy, to be kind to yourself. Let me tell you something, being soft on yourself is what got you here. You coddled your fears. You let your emotions run the show. You let bad habits build momentum until they became your identity. Now, every day is a cycle of delay, regret, and anxiety. Look at your screen time. Look at your to-do list. How many things have you actually executed? How many dreams have you buried under the weight of excuses? That pain you feel in your gut. The tension when you know you're not living to your potential. That's the price of procrastination. And it adds up. Every time you delay action, you reinforce failure. You become a master at hesitation, a pro at avoidance. The world doesn't reward the almost doers, the idea guys, the talkers. It rewards the executors, the people who do the work, especially when they don't feel like it. The people who understand that life is a war, and every day is a battle against the voice that says, wait. You want power, start with your calendar. Master your day before you think about mastering your life. Structure isn't boring, it's freedom. The disciplined man is the dangerous man. He moves with precision. He knows what he's doing when he's doing it and why. He doesn't wait for motivation. He builds momentum. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is forged. When the average person is sleeping in, you're up attacking the day. When they're hesitating, you're executing. When they're consuming, you're creating. That's how you win, not in giant leaps, but in relentless forward motion, one action at a time, over and over until you're undeniable. You must learn to hate wasted time the way a warrior hates weakness. Be offended by your own procrastination. Feel disgust when you catch yourself making excuses. Use that disgust to drive you forward. Turn yourself. Hate into self-mastery, because here's the truth: you are the problem and you are the solution. No one's going to do the work for you. No one is coming to save you from your wasted days, and if you think you're special, you're not. You're not owed anything. You have to earn everything. Your success, your wealth, your freedom. It's all on the other side of consistent, purposeful action. And don't confuse movement with progress. You can run on a treadmill for hours and get nowhere. Some of you are busy doing the wrong things. You stay occupied just to feel productive, but you're avoiding the hard stuff. You're organizing your desk when you should be building your business. You're watching motivational videos when you should be taking that cold call, writing that pitch, or hitting the gym. You want results. Start doing what you're avoiding, that uncomfortable thing, that hard conversation, that first rep, that awkward beginning. That's where your power lies. Not in perfection, but in progress. In doing what others won't, day after day. You have to kill the version of yourself that procrastinates. That version of you, that lazy, undisciplined, excuse-making child. He's not welcome in the life you want to build. Burn him to the ground. Replace him with someone who executes, who honors time, who doesn't flinch when it's time to act. You must rewire your identity. Tell yourself daily, I am the kind of person who acts immediately. I finish what I start. I respect time. I dominate my schedule. You're not just trying to be productive. You're a machine built for output, a predator stalking your goals with laser focus. You don't have time to be tired. You don't have time to be afraid. You have time to move now. Don't talk about your dreams until your actions start aligning with them. Don't say you want success if you're not using your time like it's sacred. Because until you do, you're just another pretender, another dreamer with potential and no results. So I ask you, how much longer are you going to wait? How much time are you willing to throw away before you finally wake up and own your schedule, your mindset, your life? No one will force you to do it, but life will punish you if you don't. Your future self is watching. Every second, every decision, every delay. One day, you're going to meet that version of you, the one you could have been. Make sure that meeting isn't filled with shame. Master your time. It's the most powerful leverage you've got. You can't control the weather. You can't control the economy. But you can control what you do with your 24 hours. That's your arena. That's where you win or lose. Let's make something crystal clear. Action is not enough. You can run in circles for a year and still be stuck in the same place. Purposeful action, laser, focused action is the only thing that matters. And it starts with this truth. You must have a target. Without direction, all the effort in the world means nothing. You want to crush procrastination, then move with purpose. Move like a weapon, like your actions are aimed at something that matters. Because if you're not building, you're decaying. If you're not progressing, you're falling behind. Every day you wake up is a blank battlefield. You can either take control of the hours ahead or surrender them to mediocrity. Let me ask you something. Do you know exactly what you're trying to accomplish? Not just get rich or be successful. That's vague, weak nonsense. I mean specific targets, concrete goals, tangible outcomes. You want to win. You better know what winning looks like. Without purpose, action becomes noise, and noise gets you nothing. Some people love to brag about being busy. They confuse motion with achievement. They love their to-do lists, but they never cross off the things that actually matter. They move all day, and by nightfall, they've made no impact. Don't be that clown. Purposeful action is when every task serves the mission. It's when you wake up with a battle plan, not wishful thinking. When you don't just try to be productive, you attack your objectives. You move like your life depends on it, because it does. If you don't act with urgency, you're already losing. The market doesn't wait for the slow. Opportunities don't stay open for the lazy. Stop romanticizing the grind if your grind has no direction. Stop acting like a busy fool. Do you know what's worse than being lazy? Being consistently active in the wrong direction. That's how people burn 10 years and have nothing to show for it but regret and stories. Action means nothing unless it's pointed at a goal and held to a standard. You need a system, a strategy, a schedule that aligns with who you're trying to become. You need to build momentum like a snowball, stacking discipline until it turns into dominance. That means removing weak habits, deleting time wasters, cutting off distractions like a surgeon. Every wasted second is a leak in your ship. Eventually, you drown in your own negligence. Don't just wake up and see what happens. Winners design their day before it begins. They wake up with precision. They execute before most people even finish breakfast, and the reason they get so much done, because their time is under control. They don't give an inch to procrastination. They don't entertain distractions. They don't check social media every 5 minutes because they're too locked in. That's what separates them, and here's the kicker. You already know what's wasting your time. It's not some mystery. You're just too weak to cut it. You keep those apps on your phone because deep down you're addicted. You know you should block certain sites, but you don't. You know who's draining your energy, but you keep answering their calls. You know what habits are killing your potential, but you keep defending them like they're your friends. You're your own saboteur. If you want to become elite, you need to develop focus like a sniper. That means saying no. A lot. No to pointless conversations. No to social media unless it serves your purpose. No to fake urgency. No to things that feel good now but steal your future, because your time is finite. Every yes is a trade-off. Every minute you give to one thing is a minute stolen from something else. So make sure what you trade it for is worth it. The most dangerous people in the world are the ones who act with intention consistently. Not occasionally, not when they feel like it, daily without fail. They don't need to be motivated. They're driven by vision. They're addicted to execution. You think they always feel like getting up at 5 a.m. You think they always feel like doing the hard tasks. No, but they do it anyway. That's the difference. Feelings are irrelevant. The moment you let them dictate your action, you've already lost. Successful people act regardless of emotion. That's what separates the producers from the consumers, the predators from the prey, the committed from the comfortable. Stop waiting for motivation to strike. It's not coming. It's a myth. The only thing that creates momentum is action. You don't wait to feel ready. You act, and then the energy comes, then the motivation kicks in, then the inspiration follows, but only after you move. Motion first, motivation later. You need to flip the script in your head. Most people think, I'll act when I feel ready. No, winners say, I'll act now. I'll become ready through action. That's how confidence is built. That's how discipline is developed. That's how results are earned. Through consistency, through showing up even when everything in you wants to quit. And while you're at it, stop glamorizing hustle. If it's undisciplined, real hustle is calculated. It's brutal. It's silent. You grind in the shadows and let your results speak. You don't post every time you work hard. You're too busy building something real. That's what purpose looks like. You want to build a business, block time for it, and work like it's your oxygen. Want to get in shape? Treat the gym like a battlefield. Want to master a skill? Show up daily. No skipping. No compromise. Every time you act with discipline, you strengthen your identity. You rewrite who you are. You don't need balance. You need obsession, at least for a season. Balance is for people who are already winning. If you're broke, fat, or behind in life, balance is a luxury you can't afford. You need intensity. You need obsession. You need tunnel vision. You need to be unreasonable with your time. That's how you break through. That's how you get ahead. Now let's talk environment, because even if you've got the mindset, even if you've got the plan, your surroundings can still sabotage you. Look around. What are you plugged into every day? Who are you listening to? What are you feeding your brain? Garbage in, garbage out. You become what you expose yourself to. If your environment is weak, you'll become weak. Period. Clean up your circle. Cut people who make excuses. Distance yourself from the soft, the lazy, the complainers. Get around winners. Get around people who make you feel like you're not doing enough. Because that pressure creates greatness. Iron sharpens iron. You rise or fall to the level of your standards, and your environment sets those standards. The same goes for your digital space. Your phone is not your enemy, but how you use it can be. Turn it into a tool, curate your feed, block out nonsense, use it to learn, to grow, to execute, not to escape. Your phone should work for you, not the other way around, and don't forget the power of momentum. You don't have to change your life overnight, you just have to start moving. Purposeful action, even small, creates energy. A clean schedule, a focused task list, a daily routine built for execution. It's like fuel. The more you move, the easier it becomes. Momentum is the antidote to procrastination. Build it, protect it, and ride it to the top. You're not going to feel like doing it every day. That's reality, but that's also the test. Are you a slave to your feelings, or are you the kind of person who acts anyway, when it's cold, when it's hard, when it's lonely, when it's boring? That's where winners are forged. And the repetition in the grind in the unseen hours. Because one day, the results will be seen and people will call you lucky. They'll say it happened overnight, but you'll know about the days when you showed up even when it sucked. You'll know about the sacrifices, the silent victories, the delayed gratification. And it'll all be worth it. Procrastination dies the moment you start treating your time like it matters more than anything else. When you stop compromising, when you stop waiting, when you stop being soft with yourself. When you become a savage for your goals, you're not average, you're not ordinary, but your actions might be, and that's what's killing you. Elevate your standard, make procrastination your enemy, declare war on wasted time. Move with purpose, execute like your future is on the line, because it is. So what do you do now? You plan, you act, you lock in. You track every hour and eliminate anything that doesn't serve the mission. You show up today, tomorrow, every day, not perfectly, but consistently, with intention, with aggression, with clarity. You master your time, you crush procrastination, and you move like your legacy depends on it, because it does. Now listen, this isn't a game, this isn't a motivational quote you read once and forget. This is a war for your future, and the enemy isn't out there, it's inside you. It's the voice that says later. It's the comfort you chase while your goals rot. It's the soft, weak version of you that settles, delays, and hides, but you're not here to settle, you're here to conquer. From this moment forward, you don't wait, you don't hesitate, you don't need permission. You act, you move, you execute, you own your time like your life depends on it. Because it does. You show up when others sleep. You grind when others scroll. You build while they break. Because in a world full of cowards, you chose to become a weapon. A weapon forged in discipline, sharpened by purpose, and unleashed by action. This is your life, your time, your shot, so burn the excuses, kill the procrastination, dominate your day, and never again, let another second slip away without a fight. Because the future doesn't belong to the thinkers, it belongs to the doers, and now it belongs to you.